Welcome, friends. Today we embark on a journey that could transform your life in a week. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. But the truth is, change is not a matter of time, it's a matter of choice. As the Stoics would teach us, we cannot control the external world, but we can always control our thoughts, our actions, and our habits. In the next few minutes, I will share with you 5 powerful habits, simple yet profound, that if practiced with consistency will change your life in just 7 days. But remember, the journey doesn't lie in the grandiose or in the extraordinary. It lies in the daily disciplines, in the small actions that, over time, accumulate into profound change. So let us not wait for some distant tomorrow. Let us act today, because the power to change is always within us. Together, let's walk this path. And by the end of this week, you'll look back and see a new version of yourself, stronger, wiser, and better equipped to live with purpose. Motivation can be fleeting, often driven by external factors like excitement, success, or inspiration. It's a powerful force, but it is unreliable and can vanish just when you need it most. Discipline, on the other hand, is the steady force that moves us forward, regardless of our emotional state or external circumstances. It doesn't rely on the rush of excitement or the thrill of motivation. It thrives in the quiet commitment to daily actions, no matter how small. When you embrace discipline, you make a promise to yourself that you will continue, even when motivation fades. It's about showing up consistently, doing what needs to be done because you know it's important, not because you feel like it. Discipline means building habits that support your long-term goals and making them non-negotiable parts of your routine. In a world where instant gratification and momentary sparks of enthusiasm can easily lead us astray, discipline offers stability and structure. It reminds you that success is not a product of sporadic bursts of effort, but of sustained, deliberate actions over time. The most successful people are often those who, regardless of how they feel, stay committed to the daily grind, pushing through the moments of doubt, fatigue, or discomfort. Discipline also helps you avoid the trap of perfectionism. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment or the ideal circumstances to act, discipline urges you to move forward now with whatever you have. The focus is on progress, not perfection. Over time, those small, consistent steps compound, leading to growth that no single burst of motivation could ever achieve. Self-reflection and mindfulness are foundational practices for personal growth and transformation. In a world that constantly demands our attention and action, it's easy to go through life on autopilot, reacting to events without truly understanding our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. However, self-reflection provides us the opportunity to pause and analyze our experiences, helping us understand where we've been, where we are, and where we want to go. Mindfulness complements this by grounding us in the present moment. It teaches us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, creating space for clarity and insight. This practice helps us recognize negative patterns, biases, and limiting beliefs that often control our actions without us realizing it. By becoming more aware of our internal landscape, we gain control over how we respond to the world around us, rather than simply reacting out of habit. When we integrate self-reflection and mindfulness into our daily lives, we start making decisions that align more closely with our true values, rather than being driven by external pressures or fleeting emotions. We begin to understand our strengths and weaknesses, making it easier to focus on what matters most. By consistently checking in with ourselves, we can adjust course when needed and avoid the distractions and pitfalls that often lead us astray. These practices help us grow with intention and purpose, rather than simply drifting through life. They create a solid foundation for lasting change, empowering us to be more present, more intentional, and more connected with our deeper selves. Taking responsibility for your choices is a powerful act of empowerment. In a world where it's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or even fate for our situation, owning our decisions places the control squarely in our hands. It's acknowledging that, while we can't control everything that happens to us, we always have the power to choose how we respond. This mindset shifts us from a victim mentality to one of agency and strength. When we take full responsibility for our actions, we stop making excuses and stop finding solutions. We stop waiting for someone or something outside ourselves to change and instead focus on what we can do right now. This sense of accountability fosters growth because it forces us to confront our shortcomings and mistakes rather than ignoring them or blaming others. In doing so, we gain the opportunity to learn, adapt, and evolve. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong. Rather, it's about recognizing your role in any given situation and understanding how your choices led to the outcomes you are facing. This clarity enables you to make better choices moving forward, breaking free from negative cycles and building new, healthier. Ultimately, responsibility means recognizing that you are the architect of your life. You are not powerless in the face of adversity. You have the ability to shape your own destiny through the choices you make every day. This understanding is key to creating lasting change as it shifts the focus from external factors to internal growth and control. Gratitude is one of the simplest yet most profound practices that can shift your perspective and ultimately your life. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to focus on what we don't have, what we're lacking, or the challenges we're facing. We often take for granted the abundance of blessings that surround us, no matter how small or simple they may seem. Practicing gratitude daily helps us break free from this cycle of negativity and refocus our attention on the positive aspects of our lives. By actively choosing to appreciate what we have, we cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. This shift in perspective has the power to change the way we experience the world. Instead of feeling overwhelmed or dissatisfied, gratitude helps us recognize the value in even the smallest moments. The warmth of the sun, a kind word from a friend, or the opportunity to learn something new. When we make gratitude a daily habit, we train our minds to focus on what is going well rather than what is going wrong. This simple shift can improve our mental health, reduce stress, and increase our overall happiness. Gratitude also deepens our connections with others, as it encourages us to recognize and acknowledge the positive contributions of the people around us. Furthermore, practicing gratitude helps us maintain perspective during difficult times. In the face of challenges or setbacks, it reminds us that even in adversity, there is something to be thankful for, whether it's the lesson learned, the resilience gained, or the support of others. Gratitude becomes a grounding force, helping us navigate through life's ups and downs with grace and contentment. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adversity, and challenges. Life is full of obstacles, and while we can't always control the difficulties that come our way, we can control how we respond to them. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding pain or difficulty. It means facing these challenges head-on and growing stronger in the process. Cultivating resilience is crucial because it allows us to maintain our focus on long-term goals, even when immediate circumstances are tough. It teaches us that failure is not a permanent state, but a stepping stone to growth. Resilient individuals don't view failure as an end, but as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and try again with greater knowledge and strength. They understand that hardship is temporary, and perseverance is key to overcoming it. Being resilient also involves managing stress and staying grounded during tough times. It's about keeping a clear mind, finding solutions, and refusing to be consumed by negative emotions. Resilience allows us to stay adaptable, pivoting when necessary, and finding creative ways to navigate obstacles. It reminds us that setbacks don't define us. How we choose to rise from them does. When we practice resilience, we build a mindset that is prepared for the challenges ahead. We stop seeing difficulties as roadblocks and instead view them as part of the journey, essential lessons that shape our character and fortify our will. Resilience gives us the strength to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear, knowing that every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Simplifying your life is about eliminating unnecessary distractions and focusing on what truly matters. In a world where we are constantly bombarded with information, responsibilities, and commitments, it's easy to get overwhelmed and lose sight of our core values and priorities. Simplification is the process of cutting through the noise, letting go of excess, and honing in on the few things that contribute most to our happiness, success, and well-being. When we simplify, we make space for clarity and intentionality. We reduce decision fatigue, allowing us to focus our energy on what aligns with our goals. This can mean decluttering our physical environment, but it also extends to our mental and emotional landscape. By saying no to things that don't serve us or align with our values, we free ourselves from the weight of obligations that drain our time and energy. Simplification also allows us to be more present. By removing the distractions that pull us in different directions, we can focus on the people, activities, and passions that bring us fulfillment. It's not about doing more, it's about doing less, but doing it with greater purpose and attention. In a simplified life, priorities become clear. We stop getting caught up in external pressures or the pursuit of things that don't matter in the long run. Instead, we invest our time and energy into the areas of life that bring us joy, growth, and connection. Simplification is an ongoing practice that helps us reclaim control over our time and make room for what truly adds value to our lives. Commitment to continuous growth and learning is essential for personal development and long-term success. The world is constantly changing, and if we stand still, we risk falling behind. The most successful individuals aren't necessarily the ones with the most talent or the best circumstances. They are often the ones who embrace lifelong learning and actively seek to improve themselves every day. Continuous growth means pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, seeking new knowledge, and staying curious. It's about never thinking you know everything or that you've reached the peak of your potential. There is always room for improvement, whether in your career, relationships, health, or personal character. Embracing this mindset keeps you open to new experiences, ideas, and opportunities, ensuring you are constantly evolving. Learning isn't limited to formal education. It can come from anywhere. Reading, listening to others, seeking feedback, and reflecting on your own experiences are all valuable sources of growth. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself, your strengths, and your areas for improvement. Those who are committed to continuous learning view mistakes and setbacks not as failures, but as lessons that propel them forward. When you commit to growth, you also foster resilience. As you grow, you build the tools and mindset to handle difficulties with greater ease. The journey of improvement becomes a lifelong pursuit, one that constantly opens doors to new possibilities and greater fulfillment. This commitment ensures that no matter where you are today, there is always potential for you to be better tomorrow. As we wrap up today's discussion, remember that lasting change doesn't come from big dramatic shifts, but from the small, consistent habits we cultivate every day. By embracing discipline over motivation, reflecting on our thoughts and actions, taking responsibility for our choices, practicing gratitude, building resilience, simplifying our lives, and committing to continuous growth, we lay the foundation for transformation. Change is not a destination, it's a journey, and each day is an opportunity to make a choice that moves us closer to becoming the person we aspire to be. In just 1 week, you can begin to see the results of these habits, but the real power lies in their practice over time. You have the ability to change your life, not by waiting for the right moment, but by acting today. The choice is yours. So take the first step, embrace these habits, and watch how they begin to shape your life in ways you never imagined. The person you are becoming is worth the effort, and the best version of you is just around the corner. Keep moving forward,